Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Deluxe Theatrical Edition Superman. And the two that I already reviewed, they were alright. I was kind of surprised by Bane being as good as he was, relatively speaking. Joker was not really impressive, but not the worst. I think this is the worst. But we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's standard McFarlane Deluxe Theatrical Edition packaging with the blue chrome on this one instead of the regular chrome or purple for Joker or whatever. There's that. It's fine. There's that. Okay, I'm done with these figures. They're boring. Let's move on to the actual review. This guy stands... By the way, these are not in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. I mean, maybe this one is. I think this one might be, but I don't think you should buy it. But I'll put a link in the description below if you want to. All the other ones sold out at the time of filming. 7 3/4 to the top of the noggin. That's going to make him about 19.5-ish. There he is up against a smaller scale because we want to get Darwin in the... Darwin, what are you grabbing at there? Alright, let's talk about this. It's terrible. The other two had reasons to buy them. This one is really just... Don't buy this. The only way you're going to enjoy owning this is if you have zero level of discernment for quality of products that you add to your collection. If you are only buying things because they're Superman, sure, go ahead and get this. It is Superman. Or if you like Christopher Reeve a bunch, then I guess. But if you do, this doesn't look like him. It's better than the Shooter McGavin Superman. But I mean, it's just, there's really no good reason to buy this unless you just don't care. That's what I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna review it anyway, just in case you don't care and want to get it anyway, but somehow still want a review of the thing you don't care about. Whatever, it's my job. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't look good. The sculpt somehow manages to... Like, Christopher Reeve was fairly well built, but any human wearing spandex trying to be Superman is going to look underwhelming. Alright? This manages to look worse than the actual real-life human in spandex. This looks so goofy. This looks like a bad cosplay of it. So there's that. And then they added black shading in random spots, which is just super weird. There's some on the boots and feet there. There's some around the diaper. And then there's some on the arms. I guess... I can't tell because they just have drastically different shades of blue plastic going on, and I can't tell if the arms are supposed to have shading. It's not as noticeable on the front, so I think it's actual shading on the back of the arms, which is just the... It is, look! What the heck? What the flippin' heck, Todd? How do you determine that you need to have the back of his arms shaded as an important feature? What are you doing? This is nuts. The S logo is a separate... I don't know if it's separate. Let's see if it's separate. No, it's just a... Hang on. Yeah, it's just part of the sculpt. They just did a good job getting that paint edged up. So that's nice. There we go. There we go. Alright. That face, like, I get what they're going for. It does look like a cartoon version, like a Barbie doll version of Christopher Reeve Superman. But it looks ridiculous. That is the goofiest thing. Luckily, he has alternate heads. Unluckily, they're also not good. That's pretty goofy. Look at the wrists. That looks ridiculous. Decide what you're doing. You can't have the sleeve end here, but then also give him a blue joint. But having a not blue joint would be weird too, so just don't do your wrist that way, Todd. I couldn't tell. I looked it up, because I'm not, like, you guys know I don't like Superman, so I'm not, like, the biggest buff on Superman suits. I wanted to see if these boots were accurate. I couldn't tell if these details were actually in the boots. The general shape is right, and like the wrinkles and stuff, that looks right. I don't know if these are accurate, these lines. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. You guys can let me know. But yeah, anyway, it just looks really goofy. The cape is unwired. It does not want to hang in a nice way. It's a good material, I'll give them that, but it doesn't... It's so terrible looking. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done with the aesthetic. 1 out of 10. It exists. On to the accessories. You get a bunch of different hands, so like that's fine. That's a decent enough thing to do to include. You get the one where he's holding his highlighter, holding it weird. That's not a good hand sculpt, obviously, because there's just a giant plug of plastic in there, which is odd. Like, they know they can do hands. I don't know why they did it that way. That's really weird, but the kryptonite's cool. Then you do get the 2 alternate heads, which is like, that's kind of nice that we got alternate heads, and they kind of have good paint jobs on them. They don't look anywhere near as goofy as the one that comes on him. They're way less cartoony, but the stubble they did looks pretty bad. And like, I can see it in there. I think the sculpt isn't terrible, but the paint job and then the not terrible sculpt, it's just not enough to really sell me on it being Christopher Reeve. It's close, and I get it, but I don't know. So you guys let me know what you think about those. And then you get the DC display stand, which is crap. You get the card, which, like I mentioned on all the other ones, it cuts off the lettering, so that's ridiculous. And then you get the high quality cardstock movie poster, which, okay, none of these figures look good enough to be like, oh, these are fancy collectibles from the movie I love. They look not good enough. So whatever. I'll go 5 out of 10 because the hands are cool and we have alternate heads, even though they don't look that great. All right, on to the posability. Can this be saved by being a good poser? Well, no wire in the cape, so no. But let's see about the rest. No, even his neck isn't as good as most. Doesn't work very well. Shoulders move around. They fight you, but they do go. You get decent enough range out of the shoulders. That'll be okay. Man, that paint job is just crazy for the shading on the back of the arms. Bicep swivel is there. Double jointed elbow. What the heck? Is this the worst elbow they've ever done? Alright, rule number 1 for elbows, for those of you who want to learn how to make action figures the wrong way, do it like this. If you want to make it the right way, put the pin in the center. Holy crap. This is what happens when you don't put it in the center. What the whole... I can't... This now is the most absurd thing I've ever seen as a joint. We've had those Halo figures with the crazy knees. I looked at something not that long ago that was pretty weird. Somebody had a weird elbow or something. This is the worst. This is insane. Even Todd's made enough elbows to know that this is wrong. What the heck? I am just baffled. Is this person new to anything? Everything. They're new to everything, not anything. They are new to everything related to action figures. Holy crap. Holy crap. I know what their concept was. They thought they were going to be clever in tucking the elbow in to make it bend nice and tight. This is wrong. This is not how you do this. 100%. Oh man, if you're gonna offset your pin, come on, here we go. I got too close to the camera. I'm getting too excited. If you're going to offset your pin like this, fine. You can do that. You have to make up for it with the elbow joint so that when it bends, it actually looks like the sculpt. So like in concept, a very loose concept, this can be achieved. Not like this. That's absurd. Ball hinge wrist, like I said, they're ugly as sin. Okay, let's see. Can he do things? He can lean back. It doesn't look good doing it, of course. If I bought this is how I would pose it, probably. I mean, if I bought it for my collection, I am not keeping this figure. It is going to be sold off. Okay, he cannot lean forward. To the side is okay. Of course, rotation's fine. For the hips, he goes out to the side. Full splits, no nuggets. Going forward, diaper gets in the way. Limited posability. People love to argue with me, I guess because that's popular to do on the internet. Yeah, you can stretch this PVC diaper to make the leg go higher, but you're going to stretch the PVC and it's not going to go back if you go too far. It's not cut out enough and it's not soft enough to be stretched that way. So do it at your own risk. I'm showing you how far it goes comfortably without damaging your figure. That's as far back as it goes. Alright, thigh swivel is there, but just barely. Double jointed knee. Hey, look at that. Joints that are done the right way don't look as ridiculous. And these are still not the best looking joints, but it works and it's okay. Oh, wow, you can definitely hyperextend that. Wow, be careful. If you do buy this, you can hyperextend the knee and just stretch out that plastic. All right, ankle joint, heavily ratcheted, but loads of range. So if you want that, you got it. Ankle rocker works. Toe hinge is there, and it works. Okay, his articulation is going to get a 5 out of 10. It's really, really bad overall, but you'll be able to pose it a little bit. Okay, time for the final rating. I guess we could do cake. 4 out of 10. It's there. I don't want to look at this figure anymore. It's really, really bad. This one for sure is just a non-starter, no-go. That's probably why it's still in stock. It's bad. The other two, I could make excuses for justifying it. This one, no. It is just bad. Almost literally all the way around. I'm going to give him an overall rating of just 0 out of 10. Don't buy it. You really can't. Like I said in the beginning, and I think I've proved my point now, unless you just don't care at all, don't buy this. And if you are that person, you're probably not watching this. But if you are, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.